Nigeria, nice to have you join us. This is Newsline, the right place to be for human interest stories. I am Jennifer Igwe. The late American activist and author Helen Keller said, "Life is an exciting business, and most exciting when it is lived for others." True. The reward of such selflessness may not be financial, but it could echo through generations. The story of a lawyer who has spent his life defending the downtrodden and members of his community is a classic example, and we have it on cue. Another way to affect lives and the environment is choosing a bicycle over a car. Experts say if most of us do so, it will go a long way in reducing carbon emissions that cause climate change. Another fact. We have a story on cue of a Nigerian university lecturer who has adopted this mode of transportation. Are his reasons in any way connected to carbon footprint or something else? To find out, stay tuned. Also on our lineup is an update on the secondary school student in Abuja whose life was sadly cut short, with factors suggesting she was sexually violated. I'll hold my teaser so that Claire Adelabu Abdurazak can give us the news making the rounds, after which Newsline proper will continue. Claire, over to you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Good evening and welcome to Abuja Studios. And the Police Service Commission has suspended Abba Kiari, a Deputy Commissioner of Police and Head Intelligence Response Team IRT of the Nigeria Police Force, from the exercise of the powers and functions of his office. A statement by the Commission says the suspension took effect from Saturday, July the 31st, 2021, and would subsist pending the outcome of the investigation. The Commission also directed the Inspector General of Police to furnish it with information and further development on the matter for necessary action. And in Zamfara State, the police have rescued 2 of the kidnapped students of Federal Government College, Benin, Yori, Kebbi State. The kidnapped victims were rescued in Tansadao district of Maru local government area of Zamfara State. Our correspondent Jamilu Ibrahim has the story.
The rescued 17-year-old Buhari Farouk and the 15-year-old Mariam Abdul Karim are among more than 190 students at Federal Government College, Benin, Yauri, Kebbi State, kidnapped by bandits in June this year. They were rescued by the tactical operatives of the Zamfara State Police Command deployed to Dansaro district, a Maru local government area of the state, after they spent more than 40 days in captivity.
The victims were immediately taken to the hospital for medical checks, and they were debriefed by the police yesterday, and by the grace of God, we want to take them to Kebbi State this morning.
While Mariam Abdul Karim is a native of Bushishi local government area of Niger State, Buhari Farouk hails from Engaske local government area of Kebbi State.
I am so grateful to the Almighty for the protection and also reuniting us with Mariam. We're so grateful to the government.
Police say the rescue of the 2 kidnapped victims is a strong indication that other abducted students of the FGC Benin Yauri could be located in Zamfara State. Hence, effort has been intensified to rescue them unhurt. In a related development, Zamfara State chapter of the Nigerian Medical Association has issued a 2-week ultimatum for government to secure medical facilities across the state. This is one of the resolutions reached at an emergency executive council meeting of the association held in Gusau.
In the event that the government and security agencies fail to secure health facilities, will be left with no option than to adopt a strategy of temporizing healthcare services in the state by closing all health facilities at 6 p.m. daily.
The enemy's decision is coming barely 24 hours after a gang of armed bandits attacked General Hospital Lansado, a Maru local government area of Zamfara State, where they kidnapped a ward attendant and a patient's relative, while 2 nurses sustained injuries. In Gusau, Jamilu Ibrahim, NTA News.
And in Kaduna, the State Police Command has apprehended 39 suspects for their alleged involvement in various crimes, including kidnapping, banditry, and gender-based violence. Here is Haruna Mohammed with the rest of the story.
The suspects were arrested from various parts of the state with various kinds of arms and ammunition recovered from them. Outgoing Commissioner of Police, now AIG, Musa Mori, says police in Kaduna State, especially in tackling banditry, has been a Herculean task. He gave a review of the successes recorded by the police from January to date.
Number of kidnapping suspects arrested 90. Number of kidnapping victims rescued 198. Number of homicide cases reported 66. Number of homicide suspects arrested 126. Number of cattle rustling cases reported 15.
While calling on the public to be security conscious, AIG Muri reiterates the need for people to volunteer useful information that will enable police to nip crime in the bud. In Kaduna, Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
And let's take you to Taraba State now, where indications are coming out that kidnapping and other heinous crimes will soon come to an end. And that is as the Fulani community in that state have resolved to fish out the bad eggs within its fold and also calls on other ethnic groups to do same. Now, the resolution follows a meeting held at the instance of the Emir of Mori in Jalingo. Haruna Adamu tells us more.
The Emir of Muri, Alhaji Abbas Njidata Fida, during the 2021 Eid al-Kabir celebration, admonished the Fulanis to shun kidnapping and other criminal activities. With this meeting of Fulani leaders from nooks and crannies of Taraba State, it is obvious to say that the Fulani ethnic group heeds to the royal father's admonition. Leaders of Mieti Allah Kautal Hori and Tabital Plaku, among other leaders of Fulani socio-cultural associations, also attended the emergency meeting. Reading a communique before the Emir of Muri after the meeting, Taraba State Chairman of Mieti Allah, Sahabi Mahmoud Tukur, says the Fulani nation has resolved to fish out within 5 months all the bad eggs within its folds.
Those who fail to repent, we will not cover them. We expose them to law enforcement agency. We also want the Emir to note that the brain behind kidnapping are in cities. They employ village people to help them.
They also advise leaders of other ethnic groups in the state to do same. The Emir of Muri, Abbas Njidata Fida, commend the Fulani leaders. He urges them to keep the promise they made.
Undertaken that you will take steps within 5 months to make sure you expose, you convince or educate and convince all bad people to become good. Yes. And you will expose to the law and to the Emir and to everybody who can do something, those that fail to repent. Yes. Correct or not?
Yes.
Correct. So the Emir is totally satisfied with your position. And I announce to you that you are totally forgiven.
The peace meeting was attended by the security advisor to the Taraba State Governor. In Jalingo, Adamu Haruna Adams, NTA News.
And the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has apprehended a lady at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, with 35 wraps of cocaine. In a statement by the agency, the lady was caught during an outward clearance of passengers on Air Côte d'Ivoire en route Monrovia, Liberia, from Lagos Airport, tucked the pellets of cocaine in her underwear to beat security checks. In another development, an intending male passenger going to Istanbul was arrested with 78 grams of cannabis mixed with dried bitter leaves at Gate A departure hall of the Lagos Airport on Tuesday, the 27th of July, during an outward clearance of passengers from Egypt Airline to Turkey. Also arrested on the same day was another male passenger going to Milan, Italy, with different quantities of 225 milligrams of tramadol and rofinol concealed in foil papers wrapped in a polythene bag. Meanwhile, NDLEA operatives on Thursday, July the 29th, 2021, raided a warehouse at Melefe Village in Kontagora local government area of Niger State, where 125 bags of cannabis sativa suspected to be supplies for bandits operating in some parts of the state were stored. In other stories, journalists are advised to uphold the ethical standards of the profession and contribute their quota towards nation building by channeling their reports towards promotion of peace and unity in the country. Now, this was the message from guests to members of the NUJ during the July edition of the Union Congress in Uyo. Nsikak Okun was there.
In parts of the country where people have taken arms against fellow citizens and agitation for separation, Udominoyo charged journalists to be patriotic by exhibiting high level of professionalism and diligence in the discharge of their duties.
I was and I remain passionate about being a change agent wherever I find myself. And I know that you also are. The reason that makes me have so much respect for you all. I am not naive about the vagaries confronting you and the profession today.
It's not the attainment of gold, it's the repetition of gold. So now that your union is the bride and the signature, it is the capacity to steer this union, steer me through the murky waters and the stormy waters of the political system that we have. That does not mean that individually you should be apolitical.
It's sustained rule consistently as the conscience of the society. That is why when you talk about the BIP, I was excited because the media played a very strong role in agitating for an increase of percentage for these communities.
The Congress featured institution of Rare Epo Award of Investigative Journalism and donation of laptops to journalists. In Uyo, Nsikak Okun, NTA News.
And the federal government is on the verge of harmonizing vehicular information into a single platform to ensure that accidented vehicles are no longer brought into the Nigerian market, while also checking crimes perpetrated with vehicles. Our correspondent Michael Olaleye reports that as a prelude to the deployment of the National Vehicle Registry, a workshop was held in Lagos to sensitize key players.
Nigeria has one of the poorest recovery records for stolen vehicles globally, and this has cost car owners 1.8 billion naira between 2013 and 2015. This fact, supported by data from the National Bureau of Statistics, shows that out of 2,544 vehicles stolen between 2013 and 2015, only 1,377 were found. The missing link, as discovered by experts, is non-existence of adequate database for record keeping and tracking of vehicles in the country.
Set up the National Vehicle Registry to serve
technological-driven platform connected to multiple global vehicle identification number VIN is now being adopted by the federal government to document cars right from the port of entry.
The National Vehicle Registration System will, among others, serve as a single source of validation at the point of vehicle registration, while capturing and storing all vehicular information.
Although the purpose is to enhance revenue generation and block leakages, but key players here say it will guarantee greater internal security, check smuggling, and improve safety on roads.
The VREG platform would likewise improve road user safety, enhance vehicle roadworthiness, and improve traffic regulation enforcement.
The problems that are being encountered in the unregularized system of assigning number plates to newly acquired vehicles will be drastically reduced.
The process has commenced at the Nigerian Customs Service Kirikiri Light Terminal, where about 600 vehicles have been captured, but the incorporation of other vehicles have been mapped out in phases, including integration of vehicles produced within the country. In Lagos, Michael Olaleye, NTA News.
All right, let's talk a bit of politics now. And the All Progressives Congress has elected leaders to run the affairs of the party in various wards across local governments nationwide. Our correspondent Mamso Damian Dati compiled reports on various congresses held in some states.
From Kebbi State, Usman Abdullahi Shehu reports that the successful election of leaders to run the affairs of the party in the 225 wards of the 21 local government areas of the state was confirmed by the chairman of the National APC Monitoring Committee, Dr. Osita Okechukwu.
Your solidarity is what regulatory. What Febbi State has done is what what President Muhammadu Buhari has said. That for us APC to win again in Kebbi, to win again in Nigeria, we must build from bottom to up.
The ESCO of 2018 were the ESCO that were holding the party when we were elected in 2015. And it's unfair to change them. And we left all of them. That was the decision we took in 2018. So what we are doing here today is not new. This is characteristic Kebbi. And we believe power belongs to God.
And in Enugu State, the APC Ward Congress took place in the 260 wards of the state. James Okwarai-Kocha reports that the exercise was monitored by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Jeffrey Onyama, who visited some wards.
It's been very peaceful, which is what we have been urging them all, that it doesn't matter who comes up, but just do it peacefully. And it's been like that.
It's quite successful. We feel greatly honored that the chairman of the Congress Committee to Enugu, Dr. Jom, and his team found time to come to my ward.
We are satisfied that the Congress held in those the turnout is tremendous. We've not gotten anything negative. Yes, the Congress held in all the wards.
We have to build the party.
I like the way it's going. Shows we're one family. I'm happy, proud to be a part of it.
I'm now a member of APC.
From Imo State, Bride Ebocho reports that the ward congresses held across the 305 wards was peaceful and orderly.
The exercise has been very peaceful and the turnout has been very, very impressive.
We have produced an ESCO that will lead this ward for the next victory of the party.
The people that emerged are credible people.
Everything went well. There was no quarrel.
Everybody was in order. Everything went well.
And finally, from Gombe State, Governor Inuayaya has charged APC supporters to acquire their voters' card to enable them fully participate in future elections. Abbas Mekano reports that the governor spoke shortly after affirming the leadership of the party in his ward, following a consensus reached by all stakeholders in the area.
To 2023, we are transforming our leadership from the ward to local government to state up to the national level. And we are complying with the advice and guidelines as stipulated by the constitution of the party.
The ward elections is a fulfillment of the party's constitution. Momso Damien Dati, NTA News.
And the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, is willing to complete the construction of 6 mini hydropower plants in Nigeria within 4 years and also secure $2 million to support the One Adubudo cattle ranch. Regional Director, West and Central Africa, UNIDO, June Bakole, revealed this during the signing of an agreement to support Cross River State in its agro-industrial revolution drive. Paul Ibo reports.
Cross River State Industrial Revolution has attracted several interests from within and outside the country. And UNIDO is not left out as its team is on ground to leverage on these feats in partnership. With the pronouncement of champion of industrialization in Nigeria on Governor Benayade, the visit afforded the team to present the Cross River State Industrial Policy Plan, gap analysis on Cross River Pharmaceutical Company, and signing of trust fund agreement for the implementation of the State Agro-Industrial Park.
That's the first time since we have been moving our cooperation in the country. We signed a search with a state in Nigeria.
With this gap analysis and ultimately fulfilling all the recommendations of the gap analysis, the Cross River Pharmaceutical Factory, which is indeed, like you rightly pointed out, the only pharmaceutical factory south of Nigeria, it will then be producing drugs to deal with issues that are very fundamental to public health, to deal with issues of hunger, poverty, things like malaria, things like yellow fever.
Part of UNIDO's support to this industrial revolution include providing rural agricultural transformation centers, one in each senatorial district, with 3 major crops such as cassava, groundnut, and any other within 1 year, while planning to set up a mega agro-industrial park to serve as hub to these centers. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
And the completion of the AKK project in 2023 will realize President Buhari's vision and current drive for increased domestic gas utilization towards national industrialization and increased foreign investment. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timi Presiva, stated this while declaring open the 2021 Gas Sector Stakeholders Forum in Kano. Abdullahi Mustafa has the report.
Gas Sector Stakeholders Forum is a platform for deliberations by key stakeholders on enhanced gas utilization and commercialization opportunities. This event aims to optimize the economic development capacity of the Ajakuta-Kaduna Kano gas pipeline.
Our successful collaboration and the completion of the AKK in 2023 will significantly enhance Mr. President's vision and current drive for increased domestic gas utilization as the mainstay for national industrialization, increased foreign investment.
The realization of the AKK project in 2023, Group Managing Director of the NNPC, Mele Kolo Kyari, explained, will translate to mass job opportunities and accelerated economic growth.
Part of the major ingredient of this project is to have a 1,350 kilowatts megawatts power plant in Kano. This will change the entire power equation in Kano, in addition to the very fact that it can give rise to very many other small captive power plants that can be situated within factory locations.
We have 201 industries that are virtually dead and ready to be reinstated.
And let's turn our attention now to sports. And it's been a dismal outing for Nigeria at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, as our hopes for a medal was dashed this afternoon. Tamara Biwe has been gloomy all day. Tamara.
Thank you, Claire. Welcome to Sports Update. We hope that tomorrow will be better for Team Nigeria. NPFL is first on Sports Update today as Akwa United have been crowned champions of the Nigeria Professional Football League after whipping MFMFC 5-2 in a 7-goal thriller played Sunday at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo.
Feel good is the life of every coach. It's what every coach wants at the end of the season. I have to give kudos to the players and the management and the people of Akwa Ibom. Everybody's hand was on deck for us to have won this game today. So I say thanks to them.
Today I'm proud, I'm honored to say that I'm consistent. I'm so happy for everything that happened, and I appreciate my teammates, the coaches for giving me the opportunity and also believing in me.
You can see the excitement. I'm happy for the...
In other Week 37 results, Katsina United were 1 goal better than Abia Warriors. Plateau United defeated Dakada FC 2-0, while Warri Wolves pipped Heartland FC 1-0. Kwara State are still relishing their victory at the Maiden Youth Sports Federation of Nigeria National President Under 17 Football Championship. In the final, decided at the Loring Township Stadium, Kwara defeated Ogun 2-0, while Cross River State pipped Ekiti State 1-0 to win bronze in the week-long tournament. The Youth Sports Federation of Nigeria Under 17 tournament is aimed at discovering talents at the grassroots. And now for a bit of happenings in the Tokyo Games, Nigeria's Enoch Adigoke became the third man to compete at the 100 meters final of the Olympics after the duo of Davidson Ezinwa and Olapade Adeniken, and the first since Atlanta '96. Enoch, Nigeria's fastest man at the Edo 2020 National Sports Festival, could not complete the 100 meters final after pulling out due to a muscle strain to finish last. Jacobs Lamotte Marcel clocked 9.79 seconds to win gold for Italy.
Couldn't get there. The Americans couldn't get there. What a night for Italy. Tamberi celebrates.
Nigeria's Ese Brume will be in action in the women's long jump final Monday after qualifying for the event with a leap of 6.76 meters. The reigning African record holder in long jump placed 4th out of 15 to claim the final spot in Group B. The 2019 World Championships bronze medalist is one of the nation's medal prospects at the Tokyo Games. Another medal hopeful for Nigeria, Oluwatobiloba Amuson, will be going for gold in the women's 100 meters hurdles final Monday. The Commonwealth Games champion qualified for the final, finishing first in a time of 12.62 seconds. And finally, the Nigeria Shooting Sports Federation concluded a two-day championship in pistol and rifle for over 30 shooters in Abuja, aimed at preparing them for future competitions. Clement Olorutoba reports that the participants were drawn from the Department of State Security, DSS, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Nigeria Correctional Service, and the Nigeria Air Force.
International championship and achieve podium success.
And that's sports update. We hope for a better tomorrow from the Tokyo Games. Claire, it's back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Tamara. Indeed, we do hope for a better tomorrow. Time to hand over the baton to Jennifer in Lagos. But just before we go, would you rather opt for a ride on a bicycle or in a car? Jennifer will give us the answer. But don't forget to also join us in the fight against rape and rapists. That way you too can be a star.
Are you ready for this?
Let me hear you, AJ. Give me some bass. Just one.
That good for you?
Just one more. Just one. Nice, AJ. Just one more. Just one. Bring it out. Just one more. Just one more. Double it. Just one more. Just one more.
I was born hungry for success. It's the Nigerian way. Glow gets it. Champions stay hungry. Oh yeah. Glow gets it big time.
Hit the big time with 22 times bonus on every recharge. Dial *777#. It's a knockout.
Like a bird needs wings to fly, you need skills to be productive. No matter the level of your education, ITF can train you to acquire skills in areas like mechatronics, metal machining, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, information and communication technology, ICT, culinary art, and agriculture. Acquire a skill and transform yourself from being unemployed to becoming even an employer. Be a valuable Nigerian youth. Say no to unemployment and poverty.
I'll spread my wings and fly so high. I'll reach for the stars, yeah, it's time.
Industrial Training Fund, developing the nation's human resource.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, getting set for another day. Another chance to change my story. I believe in my hustle. I know be lazy person. But life is just a that big basketballs. If it don't close, I go find another. If I fall down, I go try to recover.
life brings. We move. Turn up your dreams. MTN, everywhere you go.
Looking fresh for your date? Get even fresher with Close Up. New Close Up Triple Fresh formula. It cleans deeply, fights 99% of bacteria, and cools intensely, keeping you protected and fresh.
Protected and fresh. Protected and fresh.
Let's take a picture.
Protected and fresh.
Still fresh, still protected.
Feeling cool and protected.
All day confidence to get close.
Oh, yeah, take the Close Up shot to close.
New Close Up Triple Fresh formula.
Not all washing powders are the same. Sunlight adds bursts of freshness to cleaning power to give you Sunlight 2-in-1 for sensational cleaning and freshness that lasts. Sunlight 2-in-1 sensational cleaning with burst after burst of freshness. Introducing Sunlight with luxurious oud fragrance.
Why do we do it? Hide, cover up, tone down. Choose boldness. Celebrate the skin you're in and dress with confidence with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion. The triple layered care of deep moisture serum, precious cocoa butter, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. It's time to show off your best skin. Wear your skin with pride every time with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion.
Aquatic splendor means different things to different people. To Annie Daniels, Lagos is a city that affords you the opportunity to make a choice for yourself, whether to live or remain in the ever-busy state that never sleeps. For now, the city has been described as a sleeping giant, with residents very alert. Annie, please tell us why.
Ojota is a very popular part of Lagos. Every visitor into Lagos by road will surely go through Ojota, thereby making the area a business hub. However, the area in recent times has been in the news for the wrong reasons as a result of cult activities.
We just hear, they start to hear gun, we don't know how they get the gun.
12-year-old Michael is not oblivious of cult activities in Ojota. He and others like him reel out their fears.
18 to 20 years old, they are killing themselves, they are just wasting their life because, and some of them, after killing themselves, their mother will start crying.
Once it's the night is falling like this, anything can happen, and once it happens, everybody will be on the run.
They will use the opportunity to steal some people's properties.
Ojota residents now have their ears to the ground, knowing the boys can strike at any moment.
As you are talking to me now, you will be checking your back. You'll be looking at, is somebody coming?
Like Ojota, Iwaya, Makoko and other parts of Lagos are not left out. Cultists are on rampage.
We don't normally sleep well because every day, every night, we just hear some gun.
We've tried as much as possible to talk to them. But you know, when you talk to them, some of them get calmed.
Oba Suleiman Owolabi Oloko speaks further.
Most of them came outside this neighborhood to commit this crime, and once it gets out of hand, they flee.
He's a rusticated student of Kwara State University.
John Jide, not real name, is a cultist in possession of dangerous arms. He was arrested and paraded by the Lagos State Police Command.
I've not done anything with the gun, I just keep it with me. Then I saw it, then arrest me.
To live up to expectations, the Lagos State Police Command has deployed vehicles and its personnel to these troubled areas. But my respondents say more needs to be done.
The police post that we have presently, if I may say, is just too small to man this old neighborhood. There used to be one at Makoko as well, but it was burnt down during the NSAS. Though these same guys tried as much as possible to burn down the one in this neighborhood, but they were prevented. So I don't know if the police division, as a matter of fact, can be extended fully, not in this makeshift one we have presently.
Where the community now feel like having a police station or police post there, so they apply to the IG.
We consider the population, we consider the environmental factor, so we consider the crime rate of that environment. So if everything is justified, the IG in his prerogative will give approval.
One last word from my respondents.
When the police presence is felt, if the big hand is used on them, the language they actually understand, which is the police, if it is used on them, I'm pretty sure that this whole menace will stop immediately.
But when they come, they mingle with us, they hang around, just hang around like every other person, and I'm sure that by doing so, they will gather information, know where these boys hang out, know where they plan to carry out their activities, and nip it in the bud before anything happens.
Security agencies, over to you. Now, street hawking has become part of commercial activities in major cities in Nigeria. The sour part of the trend, however, is that some, under the guise of hawking a handful of commodities, rob unsuspecting motorists of personal belongings. Miriam Emeka Madi in this report takes a look at pretentious hawking in traffic and security threats associated with it in Nigeria's capital city.
Over the years, the FCT administration has made tremendous efforts to stop street trading in the nation's capital, but the practice has continued. Driving through high traffic density areas, one can easily notice hawkers swarming like bees towards one window, brandishing their goods while convincing one to patronize them. These days, hawkers display virtually everything in the traffic.
I know get busy where they find place where they stay, go sell market. They come enter road, find something where they give them for children.
It's not easy. You think, as I'm selling this Christmas here, by the time reaching home self, as transport transport fare and all that, before you begin to look for the money.
From my interaction with Godwin and Musa, it's obvious they are hawking to put food on their family's table. But their most challenging hurdle is having to be on the lookout for the Abuja Environmental Protection Board staff, who usually seize their items if apprehended.
I get a place where they stay, near they like. That's why they come to show them. Collect my car times 3. Collect my car, they give them.
The likes of Godwin and Musa are not the bone of contention here, but those who, under the guise of hawking, rob unsuspecting motorists in traffic. These type of hawkers most times have just one item in their hands. It may be a wristwatch, belt, or phone, and this makes them more suspicious.
It had happened to me before along Jabi Airport Expressway. There is a lady inside my car. Me and her, we are going to the airport around 6:30 to 7 o'clock in the evening time. All of a sudden, we are trying to climb the bomb. Somebody just come from nowhere. Then he snatched the bag out of the lady.
It's only like 4 places where we understand, where we see them. Like Beggar Johnson, Beggar, Use, and Area 1, and Area 3 Johnson, Nikon Johnson. If you go that place, like Nikon Johnson, GCD Johnson.
Motorists need to be security conscious, says FCT Police Command, as the next hawker could be a robber.
It's important to keep your doors properly locked, centrally locked if you wish, and also it's important to ensure that your glasses, where necessary, be wound up. And another thing is avoid unnecessary attraction by keeping valuables exposed.
Diligent efforts to speak with the director, Abuja Environmental Protection Board, on the return of hawkers in some parts of the city was frustrated, as we were told he was indisposed to speak on the matter.
I have seen traffic robbers in action, and I can tell you the experience is extremely traumatizing. Now, in the words of a grieving mother, Vivian Apaga as she recalls fond memories of late Karen. I quote, "She had so much going for her with dreams to impact humanity," unquote. But all these dreams were committed to Mother Earth about 3 weeks ago as her young and promising life was cut short through acts of cruelty by her yet-to-be-identified suspected rapists. The police command in the FCT in this update says it is still beaming its searchlight on the evidence at its disposal and will inform the public as soon as there is a break. Ilyasu Onotu Yakubu, who has been following the story, visited late Karen's family home.
Late Karen Hapuch's neighborhood, particularly her peers, are still grieving. In her home, pains and agony hover around the family members who are yet to come to terms with the reality that has become part of their future. All they have left of her are these phone video footages which Karen made by herself in her last days with loved ones before her ill-fated return to school.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Living with the memory of burying one's child in such a gruesome manner, especially one with so much dreams, is a cross no parent wants to bear. But that has become the fate Mrs. Vivian Vihimga Apaga contends with on a daily basis now.
I lived for them. She was my friend, she was my confidant. You could discuss anything you wanted with her. The house mother said, "Madam, that's between you and your daughter. Come and make a lot of trouble at the gate and take this girl home." I went back, I called, they wouldn't pick. I sent text messages. They wouldn't answer until finally the matron answered after about 3 hours. Said, "Madam, you still want to take your daughter?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Okay, she's coming." It took them another hour before she came out. And she came out with her hand over her face when she came to me. And then she placed her head on the wall. At that point, she wasn't the same person I had seen in the morning.
Why did God do this to me? This is not what I had dreamed for Owandodo.
How long will a condom that was left in a woman stay, whether a woman or a girl child? How long will that condom stay in the child if the child is wee-weeing and doing all sorts and all? It cannot remain in that child for more than 7 days. So it could not have been in the child 7 weeks during Salah before she returned. These are elementary things, and if the police is above board and wanting to do justice for Karen, the police should have done those investigations enough. If need be, by next week, we are going to ask the Inspector General of Police to move the case to the proper office, where they are specially trained to handle issues of gender-based violence. And I'm talking about the First Gender Office. That is where cases that are related and revolve around sexual and gender-based violence should be handled.
Consistently in the last couple of weeks, the school has frantically been making efforts to exonerate itself of any wrongdoing or a role in the events which culminated in the demise of the late Karen. But the police says the investigation is still rife, with details too hazy yet to determine what had gone wrong.
The investigation is still ongoing, and we are awaiting the outcome of the autopsy. So I urge them to remain calm while the investigation unfolds.
In the face of all of this, the late Karen's soul cries for justice, with expectations that those saddled with responsibility will do so without fear or favor.
Must get to the root of the matter. Justice must be served. We will keep you posted. Now, when Chinomso Emmanuel Obasi left for work on Sunday, July 18th, little did he know it would be his last. The late Chinonso, an indigene of Abombise local government area of Imo State, was alleged to have been electrocuted in a hotel in Owerri, where he worked as an attendant. When the news broke on the social media, it attracted public outcry as his family suspected foul play. Let's now join Lorita Arinze Egwim as she brings us details of the unfolding story.
21-year-old Emmanuel Chinonso Obasi, who was said to have been electrocuted at a hotel in Nazi, Owerri North local government area of Imo State, has continued to attract reactions from Nigerians. The search for facts in the much publicized sad incident took NTA News to the hotel and scene of the incident.
12:30 to 1, I was called by one of the receptionists that one of my staff was in critical situation. So I called to confirm the nature of the critical situation. They told me that Obasi Malel was electrocuted. So they proceeded to Federal Medical Center Owerri. Before my arrival there, they now told me and the judge supervisor that the doctor has confirmed him dead.
Here is the exact scene of the alleged electrocution. Although the area has been cordoned off, the shoes he wore before changing into these slippers, which he wore into the laundry, where he was said to have had his bath, are still intact.
I'm the laundryman here. He came over to this place to take his bath. And I was also at the pool bar here. People came out and they were shouting, off the light, turn off the light, turn off the light. Everybody thought it was something like armed robbers on the way. So we started offing the bulbs, all those things. It was when somebody came and said, off the main power. So they ran and off the main power. So one of our staffs came and was shouting, it was Chinonso. So everybody rushed out here. Then we saw him lying down.
While the circumstances surrounding his death still remains the story told by the hotel management, our findings shows that the death of Chinonso, a graduate of computer engineering from the Federal Polytechnic Nekede Owerri, could not be immediately communicated to his parents as no forwarding address or phone numbers were provided in his application letter. The guarantor's form also given to him according to the hotel management was not also returned before his engagement. This raises the question of commitment to due diligence on the part of the hotel management. Although effort to meet late Chinonso's parents was not possible, the meeting with the family lawyer, Kanis Madukaji, shows that the family is yet to come to terms with the reality of the mysterious death of their son.
We are yet to balance information from cronies, from friends, and other. We have circumstantial evidence. We have real evidence. All these things will come up, assuming we end up in the court. It means that some of these things will be brought up. But for now, why I'm even discussing this matter is that the matter is not before the court yet. For now, Chinonso Emmanuel Obasi died inside the hotel, and his death calls for questioning.
While the case has been reported to the police and the DSS, the police public relations officer, Imo State Command, Michael Abatam, assures that investigations are ongoing.
We saw the footage and it is still being looked into. As soon as we conclude our investigation, those who are found culpable will be prosecuted.
For now, the family lawyer has confirmed that the family will be meeting with the hotel management in the quest for the actual cause of death of Chinonso, who was awaiting his NYSC call-up before his unfortunate death. Newsline will keep you updated as the case unfolds.
We will sure keep you updated because we're keeping tab on that story. There are more captivating reports on the line. When we return from the break, see you again.
Regular data and MTN data. I'll show you. With regular data, you get this. But with MTN data, you get moved right into the action like this. And this. And this. And this. With MTN MTN data, you don't just get more, you experience more. Need loads of data to live your dream? Turn it up on MTN, the reliable data network.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
We are StarTimes, the most affordable digital pay TV platform with the widest signal coverage in Nigeria, dedicated to bringing the best TV entertainment around the world to your screen. From Hollywood to Bollywood to Nollywood, we offer the most affordable subscription. Enjoy over 75 channels for as low as 1,700 naira, like Nat Geo Wild, BBC, ESPN, and premium sport like Emirates FA Cup, La Liga, Bundesliga, wrestling. What's more exciting? We have the most flexible payment options in Nigeria. Don't dull. Join us now for an exciting journey. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
A new edition of TV Guide is out exclusively with Governor Simon Lalong of Plateau State.
Since assuming office, our rescue administration has pursued the path of peace and reconciliation and restored confidence among people of different ethnic, religious, and political persuasions. Peace is back on the plateau. We are building world-class infrastructure in roads and opening up opportunities for innovation.
The edition is a compendium of mind-blowing stories for your reading pleasure, ranging from entertainment, economy, sports, media, politics, family, and lots more. Pick up a copy and keep abreast with issues and trending features within our space. TV Guide, very incisive, very educative and compelling. Grab a copy at the vendor near you or any NTA station nationwide. TV Guide, your indispensable companion.
Welcome back. You feel nothing but extreme pain where you come face to face with the fact that a huge part of your cultural heritage has been torn away by a bunch of alien adventurers. Lucas Osarobo Okoro, the grandson of the Iyase of Benin, Chief Sam Igbe, experienced this agony when he visited some museums abroad and saw Benin bronze on display. It bore the improbable and inexplicable inscription, "The Discovery of Benin Art by the West." While trying to redress this misapplication and give creative justice to the actual owners of the act, he founded a new art guild which has become the envy of many. Goodluck Inani witnessed the unveiling of the new guild in Benin City.
This is the home of the Iyase of Benin, playing host to lovers of Benin tradition and culture. Visitors include the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, represented by his chief of staff, Osaigbevo Iyoha. They came to identify with the ingenuity of a young man who says he believes in setting the record straight. He says the misrepresentation of the Benin artifacts in the museums abroad has been his driving concern. So, in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, he took a one-year interruption of his medical studies at the University of Manchester to enable him accomplish his aim. For Mr. Lucas, getting closer to his grandfather, who is a custodian of the Benin culture and tradition, will help to fast-track the project. And then it is time to come face to face with the reality of his dreams. They saw the artworks which many say speaks volumes about the splendor of the Benin Empire.
We are encouraging them. The government of Edo State today knows that there is a lot of work to be done in that field.
The hope for our cultural future have been floated.
The future generation
cultural value and preservation heritage is in their hand.
That this boy had been abroad for so many years, coming back to Nigeria to be able to promote the culture of Edo is an amazing thing.
For the man of the moment, heritage belongs to the people, and cultural heritage is expressed in artifacts, monuments, and sites. Consequently, any sacrifice made in that regard is worth it.
The discovery of Benin art by the West, I thought it was strange. And I was offended by that as a Benin person. And the fact that these people, these guilds and the people who created these arts are still alive and they're still making these arts, but they're not acknowledged.
For the Iyase of Benin, Chief Samigbe, and wife, Veronica, the experience will forever be cherished.
I tried to stop him doing it. I wanted him to go back to school. But gradually when I started seeing the results, because he put me in mind about what he was doing, and I started liking it.
I didn't take him seriously because he cannot speak Benin. I didn't think he would do a thing like this, but I'm surprised.
The various Benin theatre troupes present entertained guests.
We must uphold our cultural heritage. We must. Our next report is from Potiskum town in Yobe State, where a retired legal practitioner who has spent more than 4 decades offering pro bono services to the downtrodden lives. And guess what? About 1,000 persons have been named after him over this period as a form of payback by the beneficiaries for his free legal services and philanthropy. Yunusa Suleiman visited this septuagenarian at his country home, where he uncovers more amazing things about this rare gem.
Potiskum town on September 12, 1948. Barrister Babakura Baaba, popularly known as Bakura Lawyer, is a 1974 law graduate from the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and also comes from a lineage of legal practitioners. The warm reception he always accords to his visitors is a manifestation of his kindness and generosity.
He is a lifesaver and a leader at the same time. He is the voice of the voiceless.
Bakura Baba is a philanthropist. He is always willing to assist people.
These testimonies coming from those who directly or indirectly benefited from Baaba's pro bono services are just the tip of the iceberg, as for the past 42 years, Bakura Lawyer had fought gallantly in courts seeking justice for hundreds of less privileged members of the society free of charge. One unique thing about this benevolence is he does so not minding his client's religion, ethnic, regional, social as well as political inclinations.
Then I suddenly discovered that serving people is more satisfying than making money. So I put myself into it. I was serving my parents, I was serving my people. So I came to a stage where I no longer want to collect money from clients. You know why? They don't have the money.
As carrying out such a Herculean task requires funding, the legal guru says he has no particular source except what God gives him. Through friends and associates, this has earned him respect among members of his community and beyond, with an unprecedented number naming their children after him.
I'm happy to be named after him. I can remember during my childhood, I was always saying I want to read law, I want to become a lawyer, because the way he used to assist people.
Barrister Babakura's good virtues motivated my father to name me after him, as my father always said to me, your namesake is a man of people, he considers all as his own.
It's not only about giving free services, it's being accessible to people, it's being friendly with people. I got Yoruba people naming their sons after me. I met one in Abuja. One Mr. Arie was somewhere here. When he came, he said, look, I'll give you a namesake.
As a politician, human rights activist and legal practitioner, Barrister Babakura says it was gratifying, combining three things at the same time, which was why he turned down an offer to become a judge in 1996. The 74-year-old man of the people, as many fondly call him, while highlighting some of the challenges he faced during his days of active service, cites government interference, threats to life, and persecution, among others, as some of the obstacles that stood his way.
Just don't become a lawyer because for becoming a lawyer, you have to have sound English. And you have to have some decency and honesty in your mind. You must know that you have sworn that what you are going to do is just.
It may interest you to know that Barrister Babakura Baaba, who is often described as an embodiment of social justice, is happily married, and he is blessed with 14 children. 6 among them are female lawyers.
Tell me how a person like that can ever be forgotten. Nothing beats affecting lives. Well done, sir. Now, the streets are filled with orphans and urchins who are desirous of formal education, but are poor and all hopes seemingly lost. But one traditional ruler who strongly believes life could be better for these young Nigerians is giving them hope of a brighter future through education. He is targeting the poorest of the poor in his domain without bias for their ethnic background. Let's join Segun Lawole for the story of Abolari College in Okeila, Orogun, where the tears on the faces of the indigent are being wiped away.
It is the Abolari College in the remote town of Okeila in Osun State. Visiting the college on a Friday reminiscence the old school tradition of the Western region, where the morning assembly is conducted in Yoruba language and prayers said in Islamic way. From the north, south, east and west, orphans and indigent students are being catered for by the Abolari College.
This school, we are taught how to be hardworking and how to be self-reliant, self-dependent. My former school, I was not taught those kind of things.
There's no tuition fee for anything. We don't pay, we don't give money to or donate money for anything.
It's the school that gave us the school uniform. Our parents did not buy the school uniform for us. And I also enjoy many things in the school.
And I enjoy any time teacher enter my class. And I enjoy the farm work. I enjoy the sports.
I'll say thank you to Kabiyesi.
The college was founded in 2014 by a prominent traditional ruler in Osun State, the Orogun of Okeila, His Royal Highness Adedokun Abolari, who also teaches government and English language in the college.
You know what democracy is all about. Yes.
Our God is sovereign, the beginning and the end. He knew why I'm coming here. And it's now that I see, wow, Lord, is this why you brought me here? Because it's a missionary journey, it's a missionary assignment that I'm pursuing here.
One wonders how such a school could be established in a rural community with little or no social amenities, unlike what the city centers parade, yet not compromising standards.
There's one thing that we have in our teachers that makes them one of the best. It's passion. Our results for the last first set and the last jam they did, at least can assess us.
Oba Adedokun Abolari is well loved and respected by his subjects for his magnanimity as he wipes away the tears of the indigent parents.
The town has not been known to many people before, but because through this school, we have been known now. Many people are coming to this school, coming to the town, through this school.
The college in 2020 produced the first set of senior secondary school graduates, some of whom are about starting their tertiary education. The college is about producing another set of graduates as 15 senior secondary school 3 students are currently writing NECO examinations in the school compound.
It's 2020. 2020. Yes, and I've been admitted to Federal University of Technology, Akure.
I'm currently processing my admission to the University of Lagos. I'm from a poor background. My father is a farmer. My mother is a petty trader.
For decades, Oba Abolari, a teacher of teachers, has remained consistent in his vision and keeping faith with his dream of turning out the underprivileged in the society as greater tomorrow.
There are too many old waste places all over Nigeria. We just keep complaining. Like say, in your own little corner, fix it. In your own little corner, fix it. And build foundations for many generations.
I like that line. In your little corner, fix it. In your little corner, fix it. A good example of service to humanity. Now, the 16th convocation of Benson Idahosa University, Benin City, may have come and gone, but the memories will remain evergreen in the minds of many, including the Minister of State for Power, Dr. Godi Agba, and Apostle Folorunsho Alakija. Goodluck Edane reports that the Zonal Director, NTA Benin Network Center, Pauline Igbano, represented the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, at the occasion, which saw the Minister of State for Power, Godwin Agba, and Apostle Folorunsho Alakija conferred with honorary doctorate degrees.
It was an epoch-making day for the university. The university devoted part of the 16th convocation ceremony in recognizing its postgraduate students, as well as in honoring some eminent Nigerians for their contributions to humanity. The ceremony spoke volumes. The Minister of State for Power, Dr. Godi Agba, and a philanthropist, Folorunsho Alakija, are part of the reason for this event. They have been found worthy of the university's honorarium for touching lives, while the minister was conferred with honorary degree of Doctor of Public Administration. Apostle Folorunsho Alakija was conferred with honorary degree of Doctor of Business Administration.
The honorary degree of Doctor of Public Administration honoris causa of the Benson Idahosa University. Congratulations, sir.
I tell you truly, I didn't know how I got it. I don't know why I deserve it. But God in his own mercies made it possible.
They're coming to a realization that you can't do without the women. We're 50% of the world population, not just the Nigerian or African population. So the world needs us.
On behalf of the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, I want to say congratulations to the awardees. We saw the Minister of State for Power dedicating his endowment to be named after his wife, and also the second honorary awardee celebrating womanhood, which is an inspiration for young girls and for all women.
Speakers at the occasion described Nigeria as a land of opportunity waiting for explorers, and described the likes of the awardees as agents of change worthy of emulation.
Benson Idahosa University stand out among the rest as a citadel of excellence and human resource development.
The time has come for serious push to rebuild Nigeria. The university system as a whole needs first to admit that it too is of a fallen nature.
The 88 graduating postgraduate students comprise of 7 doctorate degrees, 39 master's degree, and 42 diploma. There was a special birthday rendition for one of the honorees who just clocked 70 years.
Now, it was a gathering of the creme de la creme in the society and people from all walks of life who converged to celebrate excellence and their alma mater. This was at the 1 billion naira appeal fund for the construction of a state-of-the-art secretariat and purchase of a bus by the Kwara State branch of Ahmadu Bello University alumni. Kehinde Omolosho reports that the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Yakubu Ibn Mohammed, was one of the recipients of the distinguished awards at the fundraising ceremony.
Established in 1962 as the University of Northern Nigeria, Ahmadu Bello University Zaria was one of the premier universities in Nigeria that has turned out graduates who are making waves in all nooks and crannies of Nigeria and beyond. This 1 billion naira fundraising by the Kwara State branch of ABU alumni is meant for the construction of a secretariat and bus projects. Guest speaker and Vice Chancellor, University of Ofa, Professor Bayo Lawal, in his lecture titled Educational Roots and Repercussions of Insecurity in Nigeria, x-rayed the roots of insecurity within the context of the nation's educational systems. Dimensions of security he highlighted to be physical and psychological, with the family, educational institutions, non-educational institutions, and society playing a major role in producing balanced minds and persons with noble souls expected to be agents of national development.
So what I've done is to look at education in the different contexts and see how they can bring about development. And when if there are lapses in these different contexts, it will also affect development and, of course, the security of the nation.
President ABU alumni Ibrahim Sani Khalil and Kwara branch chairman Abdulateef Adejeji noted that the association has impacted positively on the lives of members, the state, and the nation.
Looking at what they were able to put up together has given us this confidence that the branch, is on its way to the highest level of whatever we can think of.
You know, we have been able to launch a compendium, which is a legacy project, compendium of who is who in Kwara State.
Gatherings like this will go a long way to create awareness among alumni.
When you are given an award, it means that you are recognized, and all your past records and your antecedents is recognized.
There was presentation of awards to distinguished members and friends of the association, including the Olofa of Ofa, Oba Mufta Badamasi Esuwoye II, and the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Yakubu Ibn Mohammed, represented by General Manager, NTA Ilorin, Waid Popola. High point of the occasion was the inauguration of new executives of the association.
As an officer of this association, except as may be required, I do discharge of my duty.
Congratulations to all the distinguished recipients. Physical exercise, no doubt, contributes to a healthy life. But beyond exercising, meet a man, almost an octogenarian, whose only luxury and hobby is riding bicycle. Let's join Kemioshi as she attempts to unravel the life of Pius Stephen Omole, a university lecturer whose simplicity is a unique edge.
It's full of different people with different interests, opinion and behavioral orientation, which define their personality and style. But not often in today's world do you come across a man like Pius Stephen Omole.
I'm okay.
A multi-talented lecturer with simple ideology, high value for relationship and work, he does not believe in special days or appellations, but his identity is his bicycle. What is this to his family and close associates?
It was my undergraduate days in the Faculty of Education. And each time he was riding past the faculty, my friend would say, come and see your brother who refused driving vehicles like his mates. I never knew this very man was going to become my husband.
Not that he cannot afford a car, he can, but he doesn't like it. So when somebody likes something, you have to like it with him. He's not this typical African father.
I think I got my love for gadgets from him because from way back, he has always been about getting these electronics
having faults, him trying to fix it.
Though a lecturer of professors and PhD holders, Pius Omoli, who taught creative writing for many years at the University of Ibadan and presently a consultant lecturer with Igbinedion University, never obtained a PhD himself.
He was my teacher, not only a teacher, but also a friend. Yeah, he had very strong capacity to obtaining a PhD, really. But I think he had this thought, he had this orientation, he had this belief that probably he felt having a PhD was nothing, was not a serious issue anyway.
He's somebody that doesn't care much about the burdens of life. He's somebody who is lovely, who cares less about materialism.
If he's coming for lecture, he comes with his bicycle, parks it, and he delivers his lecture, and off he goes with his bicycle again the following day. For the 4 years I spent in the University of Ibadan, that's his lifestyle. So I was surprised again that almost 28 years after, he's still the same man. I still saw him with bicycle, I still saw him again with his sandal, I still saw him with a shirt and trouser. This is a unique person.
Many hold the view that basic character is often established in childhood. For Pius, his simplicity since his youth is born out of his love for the hippies and their perspective of non-violence, openness, and tolerance.
If the main society wanted PhDs as the measure of intelligence, then the hippie dropped out of the PhD, but wanted to have all that knowledge without the accolade of a PhD. And that was exactly what I did. And I was happy and satisfied with my achievement. Yes.
Almost 80 now, Pius is and seems will ever remain a hippie on a bike.
Did you notice his greenery in his environment? I mean, evergreen is what I would describe him, and a unique personality. We're going on another break. Do stay with us.
Detroit, our country can be as great as we want.
Let us all commit ourselves to its greatness.
We must be willing to set aside our differences, unite and stay as one.
In our expansive landmass, human and material resources, and plurality lies our strength.
Let our challenges lead us to rediscover our common ground, and together, let's find solutions.
This will take some time, so it requires patience, tolerance, and forgiveness from every one of us.
Let all hands come on deck to protect and transform our country.
Let us unite and see each other not as adversaries, but as brothers and sisters.
Together, we can build a better Nigeria for ourselves and for the next generations.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA, with support from Nigerian Television Authority, NTA.
The Council of Our Fathers.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Nigerian youths are about the greatest asset the country has at the moment. It is therefore not surprising that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is strategically responding to the yearnings of the youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth entrepreneurship support, yes, by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youths, and so many other projects that are beneficial to youths directly or indirectly. If the administration can do all this, definitely with a degree of enough patience and time, he can achieve more. Nigerian youths must come together to say no to terrorism, no to vandalism, and no to all disruptive tendencies. Hashtag Youth for Greater Nigeria. Pacifying the youths, unifying the nation.
Welcome back. Lake Effie in Kalama, Sambangre of Bayelsa State is richly endowed with aquatic lives like fish and crocodiles. Discovered centuries ago by the early settlers, the lake remains a mystery as the crocodiles pose no harm to humans during the fishing festival held every 4 years by the indigenes. Ebinimi Zetimiola takes it from here.
Lake Effie, an expansive mass of fresh water, home to a rich variety of aquatic life, is located at the eastern bank of the river known in Kalama, Sabagria, Kulukuma, Pokuma local government area of Bayelsa State. Serene and breathtaking, the lake is a beautiful sight to behold. Crocodiles, alligators, fishes, and other aquatic life abound and mingle in harmony. Oral history accounts have it that the lake was discovered centuries ago by one Chief Okiriki of Kalama during one of his hunting expeditions. The heavy harvest is an attraction to fishmongers, captains of industries, and the media.
As the crocodiles are there, we also swim in the river, in the lake. When they're going across the lake, they paddle their little canoes, and even if they capsize, somehow the crocodile will come and then help them out of the water. You float and then you stand on the crocodile and then they take you out of the water. That's one of the miracles of the lake.
We fish and there is a lot of fish, so we have killed enough. Everybody is happy, everybody jubilating.
It's a very good thing because it brings people together and it teaches people the culture of hard work to be productive.
We are very impressed with what is going on, and our hope is that with the turnout here and the spectacular scenery, this thing will be brought to the national stage and it will be developed like other international cultural festivals.
We've heard of other fishing festivals. The Effie Fishing Festival, if well nurtured, can rival other fishing festivals.
The beauty of the fishing festival is seen as scores of fishermen armed with fishing gear line their canoes up by the mouth of the lake in a ready-to-go position and then roll inwards and let down their nets for a catch at the sound of the cannon. This is preceded by the first catch made by the VIP master fisherman.
Again, call on the Honorable Commissioner for Culture and Tourism to include this festival in our cultural calendar. As a people and as a state, have our own tourist activities being celebrated not only by this state, by the nation, and even internationally.
During this period, visitors from far and near get to see fishes of various types. Tents are set up to preserve some of the fishes, while the remaining are supplied to neighboring states.
Just need to uphold ecosystem harmony. It's time for a final break. I'll be right back.
Dialogue, empathy, love, and unity. These are vital components of nation building.
For all to be well, we appeal that we should refrain from volatile, provocative, inciting messages and language.
Let's build and not destroy.
where we'll end today's episode of Newsline. Thank you for watching. Join us again Sunday next week. Good night and God bless Nigeria.
Disregard such report.